Hi, I'm Bjorn from Skeino. Our Kaleidoscope Shawl is our new shawl for this week, and I want to introduce this to you because it's a nice 2-yarn knitting, and you see there are nice long fringes. Everybody wants fringes these days, and I will show it to you how this is done with a very fancy tool. You will be surprised. So just follow me in my studio. And this is our Kaleidoscope Shawl using 2 different yarns, a glitter yarn and our harlequin yarn. It's knitted in a 2-row repeat, very simple, very easy, a great beginner's piece, and it's fun. And you also can close this in the front forever or with a pin, and you have a vest. So, see you soon in my studio. So this is our Kaleidoscope Shawl. Kaleidoscope because you have so many colors. And as you can see, here are the 2 rows just knitted. It's a garter stitch ridge, and 2 rows with a harlequin yarn. It's a 1 row yarn over, knit 2 together, and the back row is purled. And the stitches here, this is all garter stitch for the edge. And you see here the special I have here, twisted fringes. I will show you later how to do this. When you change the yarn and it's only on one side, because you have 2 rows, you knit back and forth and back and forth, and when you change yarn it's all on this side. And for the fringes you just keep the ends about 10 inches long, so you just make a loop and knit with the other yarn. So that's very easy, very simple. And to do these nice fringes, I will show it to you. So it's nice and open. It makes this little V's here, and then you have the line from the glitter yarn. It's very pretty, very colorful. You really can show off with this scarf or shawl. To share the new pattern for the shawl, for the Kaleidoscope Shawl with you, I have prepared here a swatch, and I'm using this heavy bulky yarn. It is our coral reef yarn, and this is a teal color here, both together, and it knits in 2 rows each. So you have 2 rows, just 1 garter stitch right here with the teal, and then the 2 rows here with the coral reef color. There is 2 knit 2 together yarn over, and that's actually all. And this is what I want to share with you. I'm just in the middle of the row here with the 2 knit 2 together, and let's see how this is going. So I have now my little swatch in my hand, and it is yarn over and knit 2 together. That's all what you need to do, and that's the row which one makes the opening here, and this is really nice. So the yarn over and knit 2 together, and you do it all the way to the end. And then I have the last stitches as my edge for the shawl. So the yarn over, just put the yarn in front of the needle, and then it creates a yarn over all alone. So you know this already from one of my former little videos. So in here I'm just reaching the 3 stitches. They are just knitted. And as you know, I'm not knitting, just slip knitwise, turn your work. And the back row is just all, here my 3 stitches, 1, 2, 3, and the back row is all purl. So the 3 stitches for the edge here on the side, and then here you purl. So you purl the stitch and the yarn over, the stitch and the yarn over. This goes pretty fast with a big yarn here. And the shawl, the Kaleidoscope Shawl, is knitted the same way. 2 rows with a glitter yarn and 2 rows with a harlequin yarn, and it's so very pretty. It makes its nice pattern. So purl this all the way to the end, and the last 3 stitches are for the edge. So this are my last 3 stitches, and they always knitted so you have a nice garter stitch edge. Slip knitwise. And now I'm changing the yarn to the teal. I drop this one here, put this to the bag, and you see it wraps around the last stitch. So, and I'm taking now my teal yarn here and all the way knit. So the first stitch, it gives this nice edge, and if this makes a big loop, you just pull it tight. So all the way across. And that's actually all. So you have here 2 rows, my 3 stitches for the edge, 2 rows knitted with the teal yarn. And that's the whole secret for the Kaleidoscope Shawl. 2 rows and 2 rows, and the 1 row is purled after you have yarn over and knit 2 together. So it's very, very basic. It's nice for beginners. Here are my last 3 stitches, 1, 2, and slip knitwise. Turn your work and you knit again, and that's all what you need to do. 3 stitches here for the edge, and I will knit to the middle, and then we can show how it looks like. So it goes fast and easy with this big fat yarn. Here we go. So it's nice and open, has a nice texture. So here are the holes, and when you knit this together, and very easy pattern, very fast. You can watch a movie, not read a book, because you need to see what you're doing. So I hope you enjoy it, and in my next section I will show you how to twist the fringes, and that will be a big surprise because I have a nice little tool. So see you later. Now we are talking fringing, and I have here our lengthwise scarf with 6 different yarns. They are in repeats here, and the yarn changes are on both sides in this case, because each yarn is knitted for 3 rows. So you go back and forth and back, and when you change a yarn you leave about 8 inches for the fringing. And this is very easy to do. And on my side here I have the leftover yarn, which one I will use for extra fringes, because this is a little thin here. So what I'm doing is I take the yarn and I will cut 16-inch fringes, because you will thread it through. So what you can do is like this, 1 and 2. You take a scissor and cut it, and the loop will be thread through the edge, and then we can make the fringes a little bit fuller. So I will cut some fringes and will show it. So here's my scissor. So cutting. Let's do this again. So 1. You can do this a little bit longer just in case. And I will do something here in the middle, and you take the crochet hook. So let's do this boucle yarn here, and I take my crochet hook through the edge and thread my fringe, my extra fringe through. So you equal this out all the way. Now we have 4 here. So I will do an extra one. Let me take this yarn here. I will cut another extra fringe. 1 and 2. And you thread it also through the edge here. And it's always up to you how many you do, if you want really full fringes or not. So now I have a total of 6 ends here for this one fringe. And what you do is you divide this in half and half, and this becomes the fringe. What we have to do is to put a weight on our scarf, so when you pull it, so it's not moving. The best way is to use a book. So this is a setup for my fringing, and you see my little helper, my tool. It is a hair braider, and you can buy it somewhere on the web, and Michael's or maybe eBay. If you want a link, just email me. I can do this. I don't want to do commercial here for a different product, but it's wonderful. And what it does is you have a button on the side, and the first is, you see, it turns the little one here, and when you push it down, it twists it all the way around. This is really cool, goes very fast, and I will show you how I'm doing this. So I take 3 and 3 for my scarf, and here is my little hook. So you put it in your hook, move it all the way down, put this one in this hook, move it all the way down. That's the position you hold it. And you see my book over there, it's holding the scarf so it cannot go away, but I have enough room to move. So I push the button up, and you see it twists the fringes in one direction. Don't overdo it, because otherwise it will be very hard. And then you push it down, and it twists this the other way together. And then you have to release this here, release this one on this side, put your braider away, and you tie a knot, and your fringe is done. I will do more so you see I'm really doing it. So this is a nice fringe, and this tangles when you wash it, so this is nice and cool. So again, I have 6 ends. I divide this in 3 and 3. Take my braider, put the hook out, move it to the end, hook out, move it to the end, and then straight. Don't pull it too hard because it comes out of the hook here. And then you push the button up, and it twists. Sometimes you see you need a little help with your finger, so it moves this all the way up, button down, and then you see when it's enough, release, and tie a knot on the very end around your finger, and move it all the way to the very end. Here we go. So there we have 2. Let me do another one. So, and then you can repeat this until you see it. This is very easy, and it's very effective. It makes this really nice. So move the hook up and straighten it out. Push the button all the way up. There we go, and down. Release, and your fringe is done. So this is nice to sit in front of a table, and this hangs maybe to the end, so you see. And what you can do is on the end, you can clip this really even, and then it's nice and easy. So this is what I did on the Kaleidoscope Shawl. This is something extra, a little helper. So here's the hair braider with 2-1, with the button goes up and they twist around, button down, they twist together. So have fun trying this, and you will see it is a lot of fun.